In today's add-on request, we are checking out the Prehistoric Epochs Chronicles. This is created by Next Studios, but let's see how this compares to Paleocraft. This add-on will cost you 830 Minecraft coins. That's £4.19. It's roughly $5. The community is giving this a 4.6 star rating out of 5 with 160 ratings so far. 78% of those have been a 5-star. There is quite a high demand for prehistoric dinosaur types of add-ons, so I'm hoping this one is going to be impressive. For anyone interested in this add-on, yes, the dinosaurs and the animals will spawn naturally inside of your world. Now, one thing I do not like about this is that Foliage will also spawn naturally inside of your world. If I go ahead and do /kill at E, because these are entities, it does kill them, but I can tell you they will just re-pop back up. And this is something that I don't like about this. They just turn up out of the blue. Now, good thing is you can just like tap on these and pick up specific items. So for example, we managed to get ourselves a giant fern leaf, which later on down the line can be used to feed specific dinosaurs. So let's get started with the basics. This add-on comes with 2 books. We have the civilization one, but also the creatures. Now the civilization, this is very lore-based, kind of explaining how human civilization used to be thousands of years ago. Feel free to read this if you're interested. It just explains how you can get these special oracles in order to regenerate and recreate an ancient civilization. These are all the oracles you can find throughout your world. These can be obtained by killing something like a dinosaur. Now, it doesn't always happen. It can take a little bit of time to obtain this. We managed to get this on the 2nd time. This one is an Oracle Bone Script (EN). Once you have enough of those parts, you can then start making these special ones. So if we go ahead and grab these, I gotta be careful because there are dinosaurs out there that will want to attack me. And we open this. There are 3 separate ones we're able to make. The City of Elhan. We have the Dark Bird one, and we also have this one. Now, throughout your world, you are going to find these, and these will naturally spawn. It is the Ancient Ruins. It is, in fact, an entity as well. So, unfortunately, the one that did naturally generate over there is now gone. Now, you're able to tap these on this, I believe. So, when you do this, you'll end up with, ironically enough, a question mark. Now, with this, do not spawn this in your favorite areas, because this is going to summon an ancient civilization. As mentioned in the guidebook, by sacrificing 1 Oracle Bone Script, players can obtain a crucial clue called the Special Discovery. That can be used to locate ancient palaces. Players should search for a flat plane to use the Special Discovery. Simply touch the ground lightly with it and wait for a few seconds to generate a magnificent ancient palace. In order to use the Special Discovery item, you don't right click, you actually left click. It basically explains how big it's going to be, and you left click again. You are then going to have to wait the allotted time. Be patient with this, because it will take quite some time to generate in. And then a beautiful palace will generate before your eyes. We have guards, we have traders, we have so many different NPCs. You are able to trade with these if you find a soldier, which has been spelt wrong, by the way. You can trade cowrie for specific items. However, if you find one on the inside, you're able to trade with these using dinosaur bones. You can get cowrie. Cowrie is going to be the trading system in this game a little bit later on. But this palace is actually pretty decent, so feel free to do a little bit of exploring. Let's move on to the foliage available. We have the water grasses. We have upas grasses, ancient palms, giant fern leaf. We have giant seaweed leaf. We also have the giant seaweed, and we have the giant ferns. Giant ferns can just be placed down. If you tap on these, it is going to drop these. Specific animals and dinosaurs will eat these. As for the water grass, it is instantly going to die on land. So this needs to be placed in water. So let's place this here. It will flourish and flow in the current if it is inside of water. But obviously you can right-click on these if you wanted to take them home to your own aquarium. The UPass one, let's place this down. This one is deadly to players because this can give you the poison effect. So be a little bit careful with this one. Ancient palms. I think this one creates sticks. Again, all of these will generate naturally in your Minecraft world. Time to move on to the creatures and the dinosaurs. Now, this book explains everything you need to know about hunting, taming, and breeding. There is a lot of information. I'm not going to tame, breed, or ride every single dinosaur and animal. This is something that you can figure out in your own time. But I will show you a couple of these. We do also have the soldiers. Like I said, we've seen those before. These guys will trade. And this is why you need the cowrie. Once you have cowrie, you're able to purchase yourself these types of armors. I'm not going to pretend to pronounce these dinosaur names because I'll get them wrong, but this dinosaur can be ridden. And the technique to this is actually really unique. So if you find one of these in the wild, you actually have to leash it. Attach it to something like a fence, for example, right? After you've done that, you need to go up to it and then ride it. Now, if you're lucky enough, this will become your friend. It kind of works the same as like a horse or something like that. But the thing is, if you do this in /game mode S, you might not be so friendly and will probably want to attack you. If you don't tame him, he'll kick you off and then start to attack you. You can see there, he's trying to lunge at me. So now he's broken free. So I'm just going to try and quickly tame this guy. You might be able to tame them a little bit faster using things like meats. Come on, buddy. He seems to be a little bit of a tricky one here. But this is like a very similar aspect for a lot of them. So he is now my friend. And he's not going to be attacking me. But they will attack for you. If you wanted to have some dinosaurs attacking for you, they will actually do that. I wonder what happens if we get on him, though. Oh, bro. Those things are so strong. Let's check out some of the other dinosaurs. So we have the Spino. Some can be tamed, some cannot. This guy is absolutely huge, but also absolutely incredible. The only sad thing here, though, is he only comes in one specific color. Now, obviously, if you go ahead and kill these guys, they will drop meat. This meat can be cooked inside of a furnace. And obviously we need some coal here as well. So we'll grab this. Players can also eat this as well as feeding the raw version to dinosaurs to heal them. Let's see if this will heal me 2.5 hungers. I think this also gives you a buff. It will give you strength for 30 seconds at a time. So eating the cooked meat is probably a good idea. Next to the Spino, we have this. I'm not gonna butcher these names, but let's see if these will actually fight it out. Yes, they will. This thing uses its claws, but I think the Spino is definitely gonna be a little bit too strong. As it mentions on page 7, in order to tame a T-Rex, it needs to be fed Triceratops bones after being knocked out in order to tame it. So I wonder if that's going to be the same for the Spino, but I'll show you how this works. So if you want to get yourself one of these, you have to do a lot of damage to it. You'll notice eventually it will fall to the ground injured. It's trying to recover because it's hurt. So now it's down. It's not actually dead. You are then going to have to grab these bones and feed it to it. It's now your friend. But you'll notice it's still on the floor. That is because you have to feed it meat in order to heal it. So when you get on top of this, you'll see here he needs to be fed a lot more. They have a lot of health, so you are going to have to feed them quite a lot of this. And these guys look so awesome as well. Let's see what else we've got here. So we have this, which obviously belongs inside of water. I believe this thing can just be tamed naturally. You have to catch this off guard, kind of catch it from behind in order to get on top of it. Once you're on top of this so-called dinosaur, you're then able to put a saddle on top, and you're able to move a lot faster with this kind of dinosaur. And these will jump incredibly high. They don't seem to want to attack me, even when I'm in survival mode. They just want to explore the oceans. But if you attack, they attack. The next set of dinosaurs we have is the big guys. They are humongous. I'm not quite sure if they can be tamed and ridden, but they only come in one specific color. We also have another leaf eater, a herbivore right here in the Stegosaurus. If you get too close to this, that tail is deadly. We also have the mighty raptor. If I go to game mode survival here and we hit this, you can actually stun this. So if you use something like a shield, it will actually end up stunned, and you can then feed it and then tame it. So I want to see if we can get this to work. I'm not quite sure what they eat though. They do eat. Ah, there you go. Maybe it's that. Go on, do it again. There you go. You gotta be really, really quick with this, though. So you gotta make sure you keep stunning them. There you go, he's stunned. There you go, he's now my friend. So if I do /give at P and we do saddle, can you be ridden? I think we also need to do /give at P and a lead, because I think they need to be led first. And then you can kind of get on them. I'm still learning. There we go. I'm still learning a lot of mechanics behind this. But the raptors, these guys are so much faster. One thing I do like about this is the fact that they designed the eggs to represent each one. Look at the size of this one, dude. Absolutely huge. And this is another one that actually does need to be inside of the ocean. So let's place you down. No, that's the wrong one. Place you inside of there. They're in their natural habitat. If you kill these, I believe they can drop like fish oil or something along them lines. Some of them can take a little bit of time. Oh, he actually dropped an ancient relic there. Let's see if he will drop anything different this time. Here we go. Anything this time? He dropped raw fish. Next on our list is going to be a mammoth. We have a diplo. We have this, and we have this. So these can be tamed, but they have to be done at a baby stage. This one right here, I mean, look at that. Look, that thing looks pretty cute. Look at its head. Can you get bigger ones of these? What do they drop when killed? I don't think they drop anything at all. Oh, you're a big dude. Okay, and then this one as well. Wow. I reckon they'll probably be tamed in a very similar way to a T-Rex. What about this? Aha, Triceratops. This can be tamed. You have to kind of catch this off guard. In order to do this, you have to get on this from behind as well. Otherwise, it's just going to boot you off. You can tame it eventually. Do I have a saddle? I need to get a saddle for this guy. Hold on. There we go. We've tamed him. Let's grab a saddle. Let's open this up. And now we can attack. Here we go. Oh, to be fair, that thing's also really strong. I'm trying to attack. Bro, get it. Get it. Don't die. I also like the custom, stuff it has on them. I think my dinosaur might well die here. We have a megalodon. Now we're starting to get into the ocean-related things. I'll show you this on land as well as in the ocean. This thing is friggin' huge. This thing's more of like a squid/octopus. And this thing, again, they all need to be inside of the water. So if we grab this, because I believe these can be stunned and tamed. We'll get into that one in a second. I'm curious to see how big and how good this looks inside of the water here. So let's place down this guy. Dude, he is huge. Getting attacked by that would be scary. I wonder if it'll attack them. No, it doesn't. I wonder if they attack them. These guys can be stunned as well. But let me tell you, trying to do that it's so difficult to do in survival modes. It also makes a really weird noise. like this, which I think is slightly bugged. Okay, there we go. You have to leash this first. You don't actually put a saddle on it. You leash it and then you guide it to whatever direction you want to go in. But again, like I said, there's like a really weird noise bug going on with this one. So I'm not quite sure how to fix that. Look at the size of that thing, dude. I reckon one bite and you are screwed. Let's go to / game mode S here. Does he instantly attack you? Yes, he does. This one's a little bit weird because when you kill these, they actually drop like a blood thing. Can take a little bit of time. I don't think looting makes any difference. It's called blue blood. If you drink this, it will grant the player poison. But it actually says in this one here, when player defeats the Liminus, they can obtain raw Liminus and blue blood, which can be used in brewing stands for alchemy with the opposite function of the spider eye. I tried to use this with brewing stands, and for me, it wasn't quite working. So you guys go and do some testing with this and let me know if you figured it out. We also have a whole bunch more. There's just so many things available inside of this. This is another giant one. We have an orca. It says about the orcas that you can actually tame these with a 5-minute trust period. So if you manage to find the orcas, there's an item you can use. So let's open this. I think it's fish oil. It ends up giving you a trust period and will then go and find some things for you. Very similar to a dolphin, I believe. You end up with like a trust period. It will go and find some things for you. They're pretty cool. Let's just fully read this correctly, though. It says, when players feed them fish oil, they will have about 5 minutes trust period with the player. After the trust period ends, they will wait for the player to use a fish net to collect an orca elapsed to obtain loot they have collected. So you can catch things with a net. Dude, there's so much things available inside of here, honestly. Guessing you might have to, like, tap on this as it does a belly roll. While we wait for that, you'll also find we have a lot more of these. And these things, I believe, can be caught using a net. If you catch this, you end up with this. In order to make yourself a net, there's so much included in this, by the way. In order to make yourself a net, you need string and iron, and that goes around like that. I think these are currently dying. Obviously, different species will drop different things. So these are fish related. They will grant you the fish oils that we were talking about. I'm not sure what an orca actually drops here. Orcas don't look like they actually drop anything at all. This is the little guy, which did drop this. So you can get these, but also this. All of these items can be found inside of the palaces and are pure and simply decorations. Pros, cons, opinions. All right, starting with the cons. Not being able to disable foliage is an absolute turnoff, in my opinion. Also, these structures generate in complete random places. I've seen them on the top of these houses as well. As for the pros, I think there's more dinosaurs in this one that you can ride. And I really like the system of taming them as well. I know I didn't show you guys the whole breeding process. I'll let you go and figure that out for yourself. But the riding seems to be good. I like the fact that you can stun them. I like the fact that when they're down, they're not dead. They're injured and you can heal them. So I think this is a little bit more polished. I would probably recommend this over Paleocraft. Things just seem to be a lot more survival friendly, but both are pretty good. And yes, I do recommend this.